Today I'm going to show you how to make a 3D edit like this for free without After Effects in 2025. So hit that subscribe button and let's get into the tutorial. So first off, you're going to want to get Roblox Studio and then open a new experience, which will open a base plate, and then you're going to want to delete the spawn. So just select spawn and press the delete key. And now what you're going to want to do is head over to the toolbox right over here and then select the drop down and then select plugins. You're going to want to search up Avatar Importer. And just install this one right here. As you can see, it's already installed for me. And then you're going to go back to the search bar and then you're going to want to search out Legacy Animation Editor. And then only one should really pop up, and then you're just going to click on this and install this one as well. Again, it's already installed for me. And now you're going to go over to the plugins tab and select the Avatar Importer plugin, and then you're going to want to put in your username. Make sure to import it as R15, otherwise it'll just mess it up later on. Okay, so now you can move around your avatar if you'd like, and make sure it's above the base plate because otherwise it'll just mess up your whole edit. Now go ahead back onto the plugins tab, select the animation editor that we just installed and select your rig. And then you can pose it however you'd like. I'm just going to show you guys a bit of my posing, and I'd kind of say just make the legs go a bit forward and like the head tilted to one side a little bit. I like doing a more natural stance. Now you're going to want to go and select your avatar, and then you're going to go back to home and select anchor. Then you can go back to the plugins tab, select animation editor again and just press OK, and it should have saved like that. And if you have any 3D layered clothing, I would definitely recommend removing it at this point because otherwise they'll just float in the final edit. Now you're going to want to right click on it and go to save/export and then export selection and name it whatever kind of makes sense to you, and then you can save it to your computer. Okay, so you're also going to want to get Blender and Blender Lightroom. I'll put the links to both of those in the description. And then you're going to want to open Blender Lightroom in Blender. And then you're going to want to go up to File, which is in the top left corner, and then going to go to Import and select wavefront.obj, and you can select the OBJ file of your avatar from your computer. And it can sometimes import in a random spot, so I definitely recommend zooming out because you can get mistaken before that it's just not there. Then you're going to want to right click on your avatar and select Set Origin, and then you're going to want to select Origin to Geometry, and that way the arrows are actually in your avatar instead of on a random place, which actually really messes up your animation if you leave them in a random place. So you definitely want to make sure that you have set the origin point right. You're going to want to make sure that you have put your avatar inside of the Lightroom, and then you're going to go to the drop down of your avatar and select the handle. Every single handle you're going to want to change the metallic to 0.5 and then the roughness to 0.1. This will make sure that your whole avatar is lovely and glossy. Once you've done that, you're going to select the lights and you're going to select every single one and set it to a color that you like. Make sure it's not too dark, otherwise it will become really saturated and your whole animation will just become that color. At this point, you can remove headless using edit mode, but I'll leave that for another tutorial. And then you're just going to go to this bottom bar and drag it up, and you'll just see these nodes, but we're not going to use them. Go over here and select timeline, and then you will see a full timeline pop up. So at this point, I would recommend that you go to somewhere like ChatGPT and you're going to ask it something along the lines of how many frames is an amount of seconds. Say you wanted a 5-second long animation, say how many frames at 60 FPS is 5 seconds, and then it will tell you. And then you can put that into the top right corner over there. But then we're going to go over to where it's like a little printer icon and select the frame rate to be 60 FPS so that that's all good. And there, basically, you have it to be the amount of seconds you want. I'm just going to quickly change the frames because I haven't done that yet. And there, I'll set it to be 242 frames because I think that's around about 4 seconds. Okay, so now you're going to go to the object panel and you'll be able to see there's like transform, and here you're going to select your avatar and then go to the rotation and then Z. Make sure that's 0 and then go over to the first frame. Then hover over your avatar, press I and then select location and rotation, and that will add a keyframe. Then what you're going to do is pull the playhead all the way to the end of it and then go over to rotation Z and put in 360 if you want to do a full spin, which we're just going to be doing today. You can then hover over your avatar again, press I, location and rotation, and then you can press your space bar on your keyboard and you'll see your avatar spin around. And now what you're going to do, if you want to make it loopable or just really smooth, go all the way back over here and then select Graph Editor. Then you're going to want to click on your avatar if there's nothing there and select ZEULER, whatever, rotation. If that's not there, you might need to go to the drop down. Then you're going to press A and then T and then click Linear. Then you can go back to the timeline. Then go back to by the printer kind of icon and then go down to output and file format and select this little video one here. And just above it, you can see here, you can select where you want to save it on your computer once it's finished rendering. And I'm just going to save it to my downloads so that I know where it is. And then you can go down a bit and go to encoding and then go to output quality and make sure it is high quality. What you'll now want to do is go to the camera icon and then go view, navigation and then walk navigation. You can use your W, A, S and D keys on your keyboard to move this around and make sure your full avatar is in the picture. As you can see, mine is fully there. And now you can go over to render and make sure your avatar is selected, go to render animation, and then it will start rendering. For me, this took like an hour last time, but you know, it takes a while for good things. Good things take time, guys, so yeah. And then once it's finished rendering, you will be left with something like this. So yeah, that is how to make a 3D edit, guys. I can show you guys how to incorporate that into a full edit if you'd like, so comment down below if you'd like me to do that. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 1K by Halloween, so please help me out in that challenge and have a great rest of your day or night, and I hope you have so much fun making 3D edits, and I'll see you in a future video.